What's happening with the streaming world right now? I'm researching stuff about the Ava Chris and Mr. Beast situation. I go on Twitter. First thing I see, AMP cameraman Chris allegedly talking to a 17-year-old. At first, I thought it was Chris next door who got caught allegedly doing this. But not even doing 5 seconds of research, it turns out it was their main cameraman, ChrisV, who's been friends with all of them for like a while who did this. Allegedly. Complex, who I guess are like a pop culture news outlet, without doing any research, said it was actually Chris next door. And I quote from the article, which is, now deleted, ChrisV, aka Chris next door, has been accused of sexting a minor. They used his picture on the article, which is the first thing you see. So everyone in the comments on Twitter are telling Complex, you have the wrong guy, you're using the wrong picture, and you have the wrong guy. Because it seems like they don't know multiple people can have the same name. And it seems like they just used the first Chris they found in AMP without verifying anything. And everyone's just telling Complex that they're probably going to get sued because, you just made an article openly calling this guy a pedo. So Chris had to respond to it because an entire news outlet is calling him a pedo. So he said this to Complex: delete the picture of him, take down the article, and do research before you type something up. They kept that article up for 12 hours. And for those entire 12 hours, people were telling him that it wasn't him. And they only took it down when he himself replied to it saying it wasn't him. Like, if you're gonna accuse someone of sexting a minor, get the right person you're accusing. Because if you did even an ounce of research, you would find out it wasn't him. You're an entire news outlet with probably like hundreds of journalists or whatever you call yourself. I'm by myself researching, and I found out in 5 minutes because when you look at the text, you can see the guy's Instagram, and when you search it up, you realize that him and Chris next door look nothing alike, so I can't be him. And I don't even think they gave him an apology for this. So of course, Chris had to make a response to it on stream. So he talked about it, and this is what he had to say.
Bro, imagine waking up for some shit you ain't do, bro. You just wake up just because your name is the same, bro. Like, that shit's fucked up, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, that's digital footprint shit, bro. Like, that could ruin brand deals. That could ruin partnerships. That could ruin opportunities, bro. Look at my fucking bed in the back, nigga. I'm home, bro. I need the opportunities, Complex. My fucking bed is right there. My fucking bed is right there. This is where I fucking sleep. That's where I fucking sleep. That's where I fucking sleep, Complex. Yes, I need the opportunities. So please don't fuck it up for me. What the fuck? Please don't fuck it up for me, bro. Like, dead eyes, bro. This nigga's crazy, bro. And it's like, it took out mad long to take down the article. It took out 12 hours, bro. It took out 12 hours to take the article down. And y'all didn't take it down until I replied under the tweet, bro. That's like, but that's weird, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, and these niggas continue, bro. These niggas continue, bro.
Like, he's not wrong. This will ruin opportunities for him, even though it wasn't him. But because he was accused for it, it's gonna leave like a black mark with any sponsorship or brand deal. Because I think with, sponsorships or brand deals, I haven't had any. But I think they search for everything around the person so they know the person's actually safe or sponsor friendly. Since they could have ruined Chris Next Door's career. When you type in Chris Next Door, the first 2 options are Complex and the allegations. And when you search up the allegations, this pops up. And it really doesn't look good for him. And then there's another clip from the same stream saying that he's going to be talking to lawyers about this, and he might actually sue Complex for defamation.
Kyle already saying you don't want to do shit with y'all niggas no more, bro. I know y'all probably wasn't going to do shit with me. Let's be real, y'all called me the cameraman. But like, it's like, for real, bro. It's crazy. But look, man, Complex, we do have lawyers looking over shit. Shit will be dealt with. Shit will be fucking dealt with, for real.
So during Kai's Bloodborne stream, he takes a minute and he talks about Complex on how they messed up by not doing their research when they released the article. And because of this, Kai is cutting all ties with them because he revealed that he actually had a few things in the future that he was actually gonna do with Complex. But because of this, he's cutting all their ties with them. And he's not gonna associate with them when they messed up with one of his AMP members.
Yeah, I had the nerve to put out a false article about one of the AMP members, and all you had to do was do 30 seconds of research. Hey, bro, listen to me. Chris Next Door ain't do shit. He's not part of any situations. He ain't do shit. He's one of the quietest. When you talk about Chris Next Door, he's literally minding his business. He don't do shit. He has yet to even come on y'all platform. He has yet to even do a lot of shits within his personal lane, my nigga. So for y'all niggas to do that is absolutely crazy. And I know we have a lot of shit that we were supposed to do in the future, Complex. There's a lot of shit that y'all wanted me for. I'm gonna go ahead and cut that tie right there, bro. Just because a dumbass nigga who wrote an article fucked up. And him being my mans, bro, I'm not working with you. I ain't doing shit with Complex until further notice, nigga. That shit was ridiculous, bro. It just takes 5 seconds of fucking research, my nigga. Nigga, what the fuck? Nigga, that's so fucking...
Now let's get into this actual alleged situation, because I think everything is alleged for legal reasons. Sub if you want. I want to keep her private, but nobody reached back. Trigger warning, pedo thread. She said nobody reached back after she sent this message to Kai on July 25th. So it's been about 5 days before she actually posted the entire thing. Because she thought it would probably be better just for her to post everything public than for nothing to happen. The first picture is a message to Kai where she basically tells him about the messages that she's had with Chris. I'll read this message before the other ones. I'll just give a summary for it. And it reads as followed. Hi Kai, I recently saw a clip about you speaking on the Ava Mr. B situation, and I wanted to let you know that Chris, your cameraman, is definitely a pedo too. I remember coming across from him on OME TV, which I think is like some basically Omegle kind of thing, while I was on Discord screen sharing with 2 of my friends. They told me his name is Chris and that he's AMP's cameraman. I said hi Chris, and I got his attention because he was curious about how I knew his name. He asked for my age. I lied and said I was 19 because my friends told me to, and I went with it. He asked for my Insta, I gave it, and as soon as he DM'd me, I told him my real age because I know it's really not cool to lie about that. And from there, I thought he was gonna stop answering, but it led to him being down for a 1v1 on COD, which I thought was fine. Later on, it turned out to him flirting with me and texting me wild stuff you shouldn't say to a minor. During this time, I had just turned 17. I am now 19. This happened in December 2021 to February/March of 2022. I will gladly show you all the screenshots I have to prove. We also FaceTime, and I remember there was a time where he passed his phone off to you, and I was telling you that it could be you in a 1v1. I don't know if this helps remember me. The main part of these messages is basically she lied about her age. She said she wasn't 19, but she's 17. So with this alone, he fully knows that he's talking to a minor who's 17 years old. So he can't say he didn't know her age. And Kai confirmed that at this time, Chris was 21, 22. He's talked to her with a 4 to 5 year age gap, which is, pretty bad. And a lot of people originally were defending him because they thought at that time in 2021, he was 19, 20 at the time. So they thought this whole thing was being blown out of proportion, since for a 2 to 3 year age gap, being 19, 20 and a 17-year-old doesn't sound that bad. Like as bad as the Chris Ava stuff that happened recently with a 7-year age gap being 13 and 20. So the next picture are the messages between her and Chris, which were on December 15th, 2021. So people thought the situation was a bit weird, but overall fine. So on Twitter, it was like 50-50 on what people thought on the situation. One side said it was weird, and the guy's a pedo because she's not an adult yet. And the others thought that since she was 17, at the age of consent, and it was legal through the Romeo and Juliet law, it was fine. But overall, morally, it made people on both sides feel weird about it. And if anyone brought up the legal aspects of it, on how he did nothing wrong, they would be labeled as a pedo defender or a pedophile themselves. The next thing on tweets is her telling him that she was on Discord with her friends, screen sharing being on OME TV, and some of them recognized Chris from AMP. When they initially saw him, they skipped him, but then went back around to confirm that if it was actually him. Next tweet. I gave him my number for a 1v1. We did the 1v1, nothing weird during the game. I done a lot of 1v1/wagers with people who are older than me, but things were never weird. This continues to just playing games, then led to him being flirty. So he starts being flirty over mic with a 17-year-old, which is never a good sign. And the message are just them talking about the 1v1 and him asking for her number, since he might lose her in the DMs. Also, couldn't he just ask for her Discord instead of getting your number? Because getting that number of a 17-year-old at 21, 22 sounds, looks, and is much worse. Once he got comfortable at first, I would ignore him and brush it off because as a 17-year-old, I didn't know what to do and wasn't trying to start anything. But then it started to get weirder from there, showing the date of when she took screenshots of these messages, but not the actual date of sending the actual messages, being January 1st, 2022 at 10:15. Look, I'm not gonna read this, and I'm not gonna summarize it, okay? Like, I'm gonna block the text, but you can tell what he said, allegedly sent, to a 17-year-old are disturbing. It seems like he also sent 2 to 3 videos, and to be honest, I don't know exactly what he sent because I can't see it clearly. But with how he says, this is how I'm feeling right now, I'm guessing he sent a picture of his meat, allegedly. So some people saw the messages, and they said the messages looked off and were confused on why she decided to delete all her responses to what he said. Because based on how the messages are, people assume that she sent her own messages, and she just deleted her messages to make it seem like she was ignoring him, so the caption made sense. I may be wrong in this, but with how some of the messages are grouped up like this, while the others have gaps, it seems like she deleted her messages, and it causes those gaps. Because if she didn't send anything, wouldn't the messages just have formed a continuous wall of text? So the fact that there isn't a continuous wall of text means that she lied to make the situation even worse. And that's what people didn't get. Both of you were messaging each other like this. She hides her response and posts everything about it 2 years later out of nowhere. Because people found this like a bit hard to believe, that one day he decided to wake up and send all these messages back to back to back without her having to say anything. Because even if she did or didn't send anything, Chris is an idiot and deserves a backlash. Like what, you're like 21, 22, working with some of the largest people in the streaming industry as their main tech guy. Couldn't you find someone your own age? Allegedly. There's also some conflict also blaming her as well, saying that at 17, she knows right from wrong, since she had the sense to tell him that she lied about her age to him, because she understood the consequences that can come of that. But yet, she didn't block him when he made her uncomfortable, lied about ignoring him, and only started to ignore him in late March. These messages were sent on January 1st. He should have stopped communicating with her once she lied about her age, because nothing good can come from someone when they lie about their age to originally talk to you. But she also could have stopped it back in January when he made her uncomfortable, because all it takes is a block. Like, a lot of people question how in a span of 2 weeks, they went from just starting to talk to pictures and intimate texting. So people are wondering the amount of flirting they were doing over call, mic, and Discord. Because to get that comfortable that fast, something had to have been happening. They also wondered why she didn't say anything like saying, "Stop, you're being a weirdo, I'm gonna block you," or tell the guy he's making you uncomfortable. If he was making you uncomfortable, wouldn't it have made sense to block him if you were just gonna ignore him? And then there was a lot of people who thought that she was trying to blackmail or was blackmailing the guy to extort money from him since she waited 2 years for this. But I feel like overall, he's 95% at fault because look, he's an adult, tried to flirt with a minor, or probably actually did flirt with a minor, allegedly. He should have known better than to try to be with someone who lied about their age. And she's 5% at fault because she should have stopped communication once she felt uncomfortable. She's 17, she's not an idiot. All she had to do was block him, but decided to continue to message him for 3 more months. I started to distance myself in a way to where it wasn't too noticeable, showing a picture of him saying, "Nah, you really don't mess with me like that anymore," with another picture showing that he sent a FaceTime call followed by "why you never pick up." And for me, this could be taken as 2 ways. One, from that messages from January 1st, she could have actually just been ignoring him since then. He gave a call and he's like, "Why don't you pick up anymore?" Or the second option is that they've been talking from January to March. He sends a call, she doesn't pick up, and he's trying to guilt her saying, "Why you never pick up?" So like, could be either or. Either she's been ignoring him from the start, or she just started to ignore him now, just to get more evidence. And the last comment that she replied to before her Twitter went in private mode is to your rage telling her this: "I reached out to Kai, he's trying to get in contact with you, but your DMs are closed. Can you follow him to open your DMs?" Her response was, "They're open now." And that was all the tweets and messages. So after 5 to 6 hours after this being on Twitter, Kai did a stream titled "Addressing Everything." It's 18 minutes long, but the first 5 minutes are nothing, like him starting up his stream. In the stream, Kai explains that he has other plans, but needed to address the situation first without bias because of how he acted on the Ava Chris situation. He clearly states, and I quote, "Chris, his cameraman, has been exposed to talking to a minor in 2021. Kai says that once someone reveals their age and they're under the age of consent, communication should stop immediately, no excuses." Kai confirmed the messages were real and that it was Chris's number that was used. It ruined his entire day since Chris was someone he trusted and someone who's been with him from the start. Kai gets emotional on stream talking about this, with saying the people around him told him not to go live, but he felt that it was important to show his true self in this situation. He knows that he will no longer be associating with Chris and that he will continue his plans without letting this situation ruin them. Kai then again confirms that Chris was 21, 22 at that time and the minor was 17. He's now focused on fixing things from behind the scenes and he ends stream.
She basically, she showed me every single thing. I asked her to confirm the iMessage, to confirm the number. It's confirmed. Alright? All that shit is confirmed. And I'm just sick and tired of having to do shit like this. Because it's like, damn, my nigga, like I don't know how people are not just seeing something or like an age or something and just saying and just stopping. You feel me? It was just some messages that it's some messages that looks fucking crazy, bro. You feel me? I'm not sugarcoating shit. The shit look fucking crazy, bro. And the shit fucked me up the whole day, gang. Like the whole fucking day. Shit fucked me up cause like, nigga, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Like, nigga, I have a whole vision. Like, shit happened. And shit come my fucking name every time, bro. I get connected in situations. Calm and relax, bro. Apparently in 2021, this nigga was caught talking to somebody that's not the age of consent. Nigga, it gets bad because she lied about her age. She said she was 19. She lied about her age. She ended up saying her age. Said she was 17. Right at that moment, you're supposed to stop texting. Right at that moment, you're supposed to drop all conversation. Anything that's below the age of consent, you're not supposed to talk to them. It is not cool. You're not supposed to talk to them. You're not supposed to do anything.
The situation is bad, especially since it's one of his closest friends, who was texting someone who was a minor. It puts Kai in a difficult position, since with all the recent stuff surrounding Mr. Beast, and how he apparently knew about the Ava situation, people are saying that Kai must have known, or Kai, might have known something about it, given their close relationship. But because of Chris's actions now, it now reflects poorly on Kai, who gave him a job and trusted him. So that's about it. If you liked and sub, if you saw me, might get another video.